doing is what prepares you for the
Oh,
opportunity. I didn't have a mic. As you can see, I dug up this mic from my basement. The audio is not going to sound good, but I have to start. And then the craziest thing happens that the entire universe just starts throwing more opportunities at you to align with what your mission and vision is.
this episode is sponsored by AI, your superpower. If your business feels stuck or overwhelmed, the answer isn't working harder. It is working smarter with AI. Take our free personalized assessment, the AI Opportunity Finder, and discover exactly how AI can save you time, boost profits, and simplify your operations. Plus, get our exclusive AI toolkit to help you start fast. Visit start.aiyoursuperpower.com to find your best AI opportunities and book your free discovery call. Hello, hello, and welcome back to Happiness by Habit, the podcast where personal growth meets purposeful action. I'm your host, Silvana Pimentel, known as the AI Superpower Implementer. And today's guest is someone very special for me, somebody I admire, who is boldly shaping the future through innovation, leadership, and deep belief in human potential. He's a person I had a pleasure to meet in person actually last weekend. He's of my very good friend and sister of International Women Association, Sir Randy Gomez. He's an AI consultant, business development leader, and a global keynote speaker who brings together deep tech insight with a human-first approach. Based out of the big city, New York, at Sparx Labs, Randy is known for turning big ideas into big impact and empowering others to do the same. So whether you're curious about how AI is transforming business or how to thrive as a woman in tech and leadership, this conversation will fire you up. And welcome to the show, my dear friend and sister, Randy.
Oh my gosh, pero qué introducción. Thank you so much for having me.
Red carpet
I'm
rolling for
thrilled.
you.
Thrilled to be on this show.
Oh,
Right? Especially
yeah.
after the week that we had this week. Such a powerful week. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
That was fire. Like I really felt so empowered after the weekend. And let's tell the audience what happened last weekend. We were actually in New York where Randy hosted a beautiful event. It was a vision board panel in conjunction with the Berkeley College University, and then in New York, and then with
Yeah.
the Association, International Association of Women, who she is a leader for the New York
Yes.
chapter. So that was really
Mm-hmm.
special.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
remember too. The event was
Yeah. We also
amazing.
had a partner. Exactly. We also partnered with the Africa Chamber of Commerce for New York, the founder of the New York Africa Chamber of Commerce. So that was excellent because we had fashion designers from Africa, business leader, venture capitalists. And Africa is a huge continent, so having that representation from all over the continent. Europe, we had the founder of Global Citizen there. So it was just an amazing lineup. We had an associate from PepsiCo. So yeah, you name it, all the big players were there sharing how they put together their vision board and how they manifest their goals and their aspirations. Te inspirate, Silvana.
Me inspiré. That was so special. It really felt like such a magical moment because it was like all these amazing people, such a powerful leaders in the room, but also like I felt very empowered because it was people that were very in a collaboration mood, and it was really really cool. And we also the topic was amazing. It was we were working on our vision board. It was very powerful. And actually, for me, it was very special to meet you in person and to meet the other women of the International Association of Women in New York. That was really, really cool. And to top it off, we did a little bit of something after that.
The cherry on top.
Cherry on top, which was this amazing group of people who I just met by first time were so brave to walk with me. We walked like about 15 minutes in the freezing cold. The weather was like really, I don't know, it was 30 or 20. I don't know what it was, but it was so cold.
It was so cold.
Also, we walked because we walked towards Times Square because I was being featured in Times Square as part of my recognition of receiving an
Yes.
honorary doctor. Yes, from the Association of CREA Latinx for my contribution to the Hispanic community. And along with me were 12, well, we were a total of 12 doctors honoris causa being featured on Times Square. So that was super special, and for me, it was really amazing and magical sharing with this amazing group of people. Among
Yeah.
them, Randy. So it was really fire. And then we went to hang
Yeah.
out to a restaurant to have some drinks and a
Es
pesado. That was so, yeah, that's
steakhouse.
right.
Mhm.
Yes, that was so special, and basically,
Mhm.
I think it was so good to be surrounded with such an amazing group of powerful and amazing people. Really, really, the vibe was really,
Yeah.
really amazing. So that's what we are talking
Absolutely.
about when we talk about an amazing, powerful weekend that we had last week. But other than that, let's talk about your story. Right? Let's talk about you. You're originally from the Dominican Republic, right? Let's talk about
Yes, yes,
what brought you to Big
Dominica.
Apple and tell us your story.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is so timely, right? Next week, we have Benito Bowl with a huge Super Bowl happening that we're all
Awesome.
looking forward to. I'm hosting, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, I migrated from the Dominican Republic when I was about 5 years old. And, like any immigrant with come here for the American dream. So much opportunity in this country, and my entire family is here except my dad. He's back home still, so we go visit him every year. um but I started my entrepreneurship journey started very young. I was about 13 years old when I
Mm.
opened up my own little business. Within a business, I rented out a room where we were doing hair. And so at that time, it was huge to get your hair braided. That was a time when J-Lo had braids, and
Oh,
Alicia
yeah.
Keys and Allen Iverson. All these celebrities had braids. And so I started doing hair, to earn money and to help out my family, of course. My parents were very hardworking, and so I contributed to my family's finances at a very young age. And that just really started my journey of entrepreneurship and understanding how much I love just supporting people and helping people reach that next level and solve a real problem, right? They say your hairstylist, though, is a lot more than just your hairstylist. It's like your therapist, your friend.
Yeah.
You go to
Yeah.
do your hair, and they do so much more than that. But that's what really kicked off my entrepreneurship journey. And, of course, I've worked in corporate America and held different roles throughout the time of my professional career. But fast forward to about 4 years ago, I left my job, my full time job, to go full time entrepreneur. And that's really what kicked off my journey into the world of technology. And my first stop was working with women and non binary folks to travel all over the world and create
Wow.
impactful events, workshops, summits, panels, also hackathons. I'm sure you're familiar with hackathons.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that's part
Yes.
of your story, dear. That's fascinating.
Yes, amiga. Oh my gosh. So much fun. The largest group that we did was 43 women. We took them to Bogota, Colombia, for
Wow.
a huge conference, and they competed in this conference, and they built tech products throughout a weekend. So they had about 48 hours to create something quick, create a prototype, MVP, pitch it to, organizations, companies to invest and also to win prizes. And so we had a lot of fun with that. We went to France, Mexico, you name it, we've been there. And so that really was what kicked off my journey to where we are today with Sparx Labs and the work that we do, which is global impact programming. So we're really proud about that, and creating really curriculum and programs that help small business owners accelerate their growth with leveraging technology, which you are very familiar with because I watch your videos on YouTube. I
Oh,
follow
thank you.
your
Yes.
toolkit and I'm like, oh, she is on it.
Yeah,
It's a game
that is
changer. It's a
awesome.
game changer.
It is a game changer, and that is another thing that we have in common there. Is amazing. Wow. Let's talk about your message because you've spoken all over the world. What message do you feel most called to share with audiences today?
Yeah, I think, for me, the message that I really am compelled to do, and my friends and those who've worked with me know that I'm a doer. Sometimes we feel that we have to prepare for something, that we have to get it right, the right temperature, the right setting, the right timing. But the actuality is that doing is what prepares you for the
Oh,
opportunity.
love
You
it.
have to start doing. And listen, I've seen your guests, that you have guests that have ginormous following. I'm just starting with this whole personal branding, social media journey. And I just started. I didn't have a mic. As you can see, I dug up this mic from my basement.
Yay.
I was like, you know what? The audio is not gonna sound good, but I have to start. I'm just gonna start,
Right.
and lo que pasa, pase. You
That's
know, and that's my number one thing. Like, just start small. Start inching away at your goal, and you will build the confidence. You will build momentum, and then the craziest thing happens, that the entire universe just starts throwing more opportunities at you to align with what your mission and vision is. So my number one message is, let's start today. You got the idea today? Let's start right now. What's the first thing we're gonna do? Let's do it.
that's why you're my kind of girl, sister. I love that. Stop learning, stop implementing. I love it, love it, love
Mhm.
it.
Do the
Let's talk
thing.
about, yeah, that's making it happen because money loves speed, and basically the information alone and try and learning about different things is not gonna do anything for us unless we put it into action. And that's where the magic
Action.
happens. I love that.
Mhm.
Let's talk about another one of our passion topics, which is AI. How you feel like AI can feel very
Yes.
intimidating for a lot of people. How do you simplify the concept of AI when you're working with clients or speaking to an audience in that space?
Yeah, no, and thank you for asking that question, because similar to what I mentioned before, for me, when I was creating the curriculum for our workshops for business owners, one of the things that I was very mindful of is ensuring that the first lesson that they attended, they were walking away with something actionable, right? They were utilizing their laptop, identifying a business problem, and creating a solution day one, which is not customary for folks that are learning technology. Usually, you give a whole bunch of theory up front, right? Like, this is what an LLM is, this is how they're created. Well, I said, you know what? We're going to fast forward through that, and we're going to go in there and we're going to create a custom GPT to solve one of your business problems. So, what I always encourage anyone that's looking to learn anything new, and especially with technology, it's not something that you can sit down and watch YouTube videos about and take notes and read books. You have to just simply go in there, create an account, and start testing it out. Start seeing what problems you can solve with it. So I'm always very big on telling folks to take the practical approach, like sports, like going to the gym, like eating healthier, taking the practical approach of getting your hands dirty and testing things out. And the great thing about this industry is that there are a lot of free options out there, right? Most of these tools allow you to play with them, for amount of time and credits, so you can start testing them out before you commit or financially invest in them. So, así mismo, get in there and start creating your account so you can start solving your own problems, and let that be your motivation, right?
Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. It's doing the, like,
Mhm.
again, the same concept of just doing the thing instead of just
Mhm.
talking about it
Mhm.
applies to this. And a lot of times, a lot of people feel
Yes,
overwhelmed, not
yes.
only because it's a big topic, but because they have so many tools out there.
Mm.
What is your advice that you will give to
Exactly.
owners and entrepreneurs about how to embrace AI in their world?
Mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many opportunities out there to learn, right? And I'm the AI consultant for the Small Business Development Center, and I feel like that's a real resource that business owners forget that they pay for, right? You invest your taxes as a citizen of your town, your state, and those taxes are utilized for consultations that you can leverage to support you with this technology journey. So my advice is always take a look at what's being offered in your local vicinity, right? As far as resources. So you can take advantage and have your consultations one on one with someone that can guide you through what specifically applies through your industry. And you're not alone. You're not alone in this journey. I mean, you have an incredible channel. I just watched your tutorial differentiating the different LLMs, right?
Oh,
And
yeah. Yes.
showcasing what they're utilized for. Right now, we live in an era that there's so much information out there that you can simply type on YouTube and start getting yourself familiarized with what you can utilize. So you're not alone. Use your resources and find your tribe, right? Find your tribe that you can go on this journey together.
Oh my God, I love it. Absolutely. Find that your tribe because a community is so important.
Yeah.
You and I are belong to this amazing community of women, and you
Hmm.
belong to other communities. And it's
Hmm.
very important because it's something that you, with your tribe, you can celebrate, you can learn, you can collaborate, you can
Hmm.
do many more things together as a group.
Yeah,
But then also just
absolutely.
go ahead and learn. I love that
Mhm.
the option or the topic or the suggestion about the resources because there are a lot of resources available. And one of
Exactly.
them that we all have available is YouTube. Like that might be our best teachers nowadays, or the actual LLMs. No, just
Exactly.
started using one at least and just doing asking the one concept I really love about AI is using AI as your second brain and make it like your unfair advantage because it's that powerful. People, it's really
Exactly.
amazing. So when
Yeah.
I have a problem or when I have a question, a challenge, instead of like asking somebody, the first thing I do, and this can be a
Mhm.
game changer. And guess what? Of course, asking the AI tool, right? Typically, either
Yeah.
ChatGPT, depending on what it is, I ask either ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude,
Mm.
that choose the tool
Exactly.
that you choose. Just ask, run the idea through the actual AI tool that of your preference, and you will get an answer that is really powerful. Very good. Darling, what
Absolutely.
things can we expect from you in the future? What things are you working on that you want to share with us? You've been so active on
Yeah.
things. So let's talk about that. Plans for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you're gonna have to come back to New York soon because we are going to be featured, fingers crossed, in the Nasdaq billboard in Times Square. We're currently completing a accelerator with the Nasdaq Entrepreneurship Center, and what we're building is our MVP with our workshop series that we're looking to launch. So our digital product is gonna be launched in May. That is what we're working on, and we're going to be opening up the wait list very soon to ensure that we're tailoring it and customizing it to the entrepreneurs that we work with needs. So I'm really excited about that because
Oh
number
my
one,
God,
I saw you up there on that billboard, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
you are
this is
next.
just a
Yeah, is that
you know
powerful?
this is
Oh
just a
my,
preview, a
it's a
preview.
pre-memory, and I would love to be there to celebrate you, sister. Of course.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh,
that's
that is
really
so
exciting.
wonderful. That is
Hmm.
wonderful. That's exciting. That's super exciting, darling.
Yes.
Tell us what we wanna talk about if for people who wants to connect with you, what is the best way to reach out to you? Especially the people in New York. I think definitely you need to contact Randy. She's such a powerful resource and a powerhouse. Of
Thank
course.
you. Yeah. No, well, like I mentioned earlier, I'm really looking to grow my own personal brand, right, aside from my business. And so definitely would love to connect with everyone on socials. I'm very active on Instagram and TikTok. My followers are creeping up.
Yeah,
But
bring it
would love
on.
to connect you all there. And yes, Randy Gomez. You can find me on Instagram. I'm on there as randygomez.com. I always drop new videos. I'm posting every day, Silvana. I have
I
a
see
challenge to post
you.
every day.
I love it. And they are, you know what I love about your videos is that very authentic. And I can see you,
Mhm.
like I can see I like them immediately because they are so real, so real. And I
Thank
think
you. Thank
that
you.
helps people connect.
Ah, yeah,
You're
no,
doing
and
good.
they're not scripted, so it's nerve-wracking because the challenge
Oh,
it's so funny with the challenge, you actually cannot use AI. Exactly, exactly. But definitely putting me outside of my comfort zone. So would love to connect, see what tips and tricks hit most from this session. And I'm gonna be posting this podcast too when it goes live.
absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. We'll do that, and
Mhm.
I'll include your social media handles here on the show so people can connect with you, darling. Very good. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I can talk to you
Amazing.
for
Thank
hours.
you.
Let's close out by
I know we can.
Let's close out like for people, somebody listening today feels like called to lead but overwhelmed by technology or doubt. What is one powerful first step you would encourage them to take?
Absolutely. So I would say the most powerful step that you can take, and I think folks underestimate how powerful this is because we take it for granted because it's so accessible and at our fingertips. The most powerful thing is really connecting with like-minded people, just like Silvana, myself, folks that just like you had their first day, our day one when we just started, right? And start listening and consuming that content because we've been there. So we're not gonna steer you wrong. We've been through that journey. And the more and more that you connect with folks like us, the more comfortable you will feel to roll up your sleeves and start playing with these tools and solving your own day-to-day problems with them. And I'm excited that you're on this journey to everyone who's listening and thinking about it because it is going to be an absolute game changer professionally, personally, and for your business. So keep at it. You got this.
My God, love it, love it. Thank you so much
Mm.
for your time and for such a inspiring and wise advice that you gave us for the
Thank you for
listeners.
having me.
Oh,
This was so much fun. We got to do it again.
oh yeah, we'll for sure anytime. Doors of the show are open for you anytime you want. So thank you very much for
Perfect.
your time and for being such an important person that empowers and collaborates with others. I love that about you.
It takes one to know one.
He does. That's why we click in the day one. You are like love a
Mhm.
friendship at first sight. What I call. Oh my gosh. Well,
Mhm.
thank you so much to our listeners. If you are ready to step into the future with boldness, follow Randy. Check her social
Mhm.
media handle. We are going to post them here and learn more about how you can elevate your life, your work, and your legacy with AI. And remember, success isn't just about the hustle, it's about habits that align with your joy. I'm Silvana Pimentel, and this is Happiness by Habit. See you next time, beautiful people. A big hug and take care. Bye bye.